Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food on both YouTube and Facebook. And today's topic is going to be about accountability. Are you accountable for what you eat? Or do you somehow still think that you can use the excuse that somebody else was sabotaging what you were eating? How many of us keep doing that? You know, we have to learn how to get along in society. We have to learn how to get along with the people that we live with that don't have perhaps our food addiction or issues like we have, where it's just hard not to follow a plan. It's not their fault. It's not their responsibility. We need to be accountable for what we have. Sometimes we have to think of our food and our food addiction and our food issues, or however you want to dress it up or dress it down, and think like a person that has diabetes. Who are they accountable to? Themselves. Who's responsible for them either injecting their insulin or taking their medicine or going to the doctor or doing blood tests to see where their blood sugar is? Any of those things. Who's responsible for doing that? They are, just like we are. And diabetes is a very, very serious illness, but so is our food addiction if indeed you aren't following some sort of food plan that can make you not only lose weight, but also be more healthy. You want to be accountable to yourself, and that means big girl panties, big boy panties, and when the situation arises where something is offered to you that you know is a food that you aren't safe with, the responsible, accountable thing to do is to say, no thank you. You know that is what you're going to wish you said if you didn't. Is there any food that tastes better? What is that saying? No food is going to taste better than skinny feels, right? And so if you're on your way to getting skinny, then caving to the things that might be around your household, this is when it all starts. This is that dastardly seasons, 4 or 5 months worth of food events that we have to be oh so vigilant about. It's not up to the rest of the world to, have a candy only aisle. You say that 3 times. I couldn't even say it once. It's not up to the rest of the world to accommodate our food issues, not putting tempting ads on TV, not having magazines all laid out with stuff, not having when you walk into the store and they start tempting you with all these bakery items and you're in the produce section. Come on, they're doing it. Why? Marketing, and marketing works. And so if you find yourself having more and more of things that you're not supposed to, and it's somebody else's fault, they shouldn't have put that at the end of the aisle. I was all set. I didn't even go down that aisle, and then there it is. Well, it's not their fault. So being accountable is really, really one of those growing up things it's just hard. It really is. And because food seems so legal, I was listening to one of the Pickles private messaged me to watch a certain podcast, and I watched it, and it's over an hour on addiction and all the different addictions, and the food addiction in the United States is out of control. I don't have to tell you that, right? You can go to a grocery store or a meeting or just be in the mall and you can see what obesity, diabesity, pre-diabetic, probably already diabetic looks like, right? And you can also be TOFI. Do you know what TOFI is? Thin on the outside, fat on the inside. You could be having all that visceral fat around your organs and your blood sugar is like off the charts and you're skinny. It doesn't seem fair, does it? So, as I often say here, you don't wake up with diabetes. It is a slow moving disease, and there are many markers along the way. When your doctor tells you 20, 30, 40 pounds ago that you need to lose 10. He's not kidding. So, being accountable, just think of yourself. Just think of your food addiction, or maybe you haven't called it that yet. Maybe you're still just calling it being overweight and wanting to lose weight. Whatever works for you. But just think of it like diabetes. The diabetic has to take care of himself. The heart patient has to take care of himself. The person with the high cholesterol has to take care of themselves. And so we need to do that. We need to take care of ourselves, of our food intake, what it is we're having, why we're having it, is it safe for us to have it, and be accountable. Sometimes you get to be accountable to somebody else. Sometimes you're in a partnership with somebody about losing weight, or you do have to see your doctor on a regular basis because you are pre-diabetic, or maybe, you're going to a Weight Watcher meeting and they're weighing you in, and so you have to answer to somebody. But sometimes the issues, like for me with food addiction, it doesn't show up on the scale necessarily. It can show up in other places. My head can be all screwy-looey, and the scale's not changing, but my thought processing is. I'm starting to get a little whack-a-jack, and I'm building up to a butterfinger. I'm building up to thinking that I can have bananas in safety. I can't. Or grapes. I can't have grapes in safety. Are you kidding me? It might be nature's candy, but it's this addict's candy too. And so, even things that are generally regarded as safe in the produce section can get me into trouble. Forget the candy aisle, forget the bakery, forget the bread aisle. I can get into trouble with produce. I could polish off a pound of grapes and say, what's next? Because my blood sugar will go and then come crashing down, and I'll want something sweet again. And it won't be any time at all before I've moved on to the real dangerous thing, the white table sugar. That is America's problem. That is America's Achilles heel. And we see it everywhere, but we can't take care of the others. We just need to take care of ourselves and be accountable to ourselves, to our tracker, to what we weigh and measure with every single day. You're not going to get out of this. There's no way around it. And if you think your metabolism is going to speed up when you hit 40 or 50 or 60, it's not. You are fighting against it the entire time. So take care of yourselves. Be aware that nothing does taste as good as skinny feels. I've gained, I've lost, I've gained, I've lost, I don't care, I do care, and now I'm in a very I do care place. I don't want to lose what I've gained, if you know what I mean, versus I want to lose what I've gained. It's all in how you look at it. So take care of yourselves. Be accountable. It's a wonderful thing. It's very hard, but it's so worth it. This has been Sarah. Please take care of yourselves. I care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.